Callista here with Avalili Permaculture and the Earth Skills Institute. Today I wanted to just do like a quick little video, give you guys a little bit of background on me and what I'm kind of going through right now. I haven't made a lot of posts or videos lately because I've been going through a big transition period in my life, and I didn't really want to make it public or talk too much about it, but I think that especially right now in this time of absolute chaos and upheaval and uncertainty, that it's really important to connect with people on like a deep personal level, and sharing our struggles is probably one of the best ways to make those really deep-rooted connections. So I'm just going to explain a little bit about where I'm at currently in my life. In August of last year, so 7 months ago, I made the decision to part ways with my partner of 17 years for reasons that relationship had been toxic for a long time, and I needed to go for my own well-being and to set a good example for my two girls. I had been thinking about that for quite a number of years and was just too afraid to take that step and you know, kind of do things on my own. But I finally made that decision, and I've been struggling through the winter in a small town that's largely a tourist economy, so there was very little work for me to do over the winter. So I've been kind of scraping by on a super low income throughout the winter whilst still trying to operate my business, because ideally I would like to carry on with that, and that's where most of my income comes from, is my self-employment. I was just kind of working part-time at a local restaurant to just bring in a little trickle of steady income, which has now been cut off due to the coronavirus measures that have been put in place. So now I'm solely relying on my self-employment, and I've had to cancel all of my workshops that I had planned this spring, and I'm looking at moving to an online platform, and I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, and I'm trying to figure out how to set up some live stream courses and, you know, some other online courses and online resources. So here I am trying to make it through the apocalypse here. Feel like that was the best timing for me ever to make this big life decision. And, you know, I'm feeling pretty vulnerable as a single mom who's super low income, but I'm also feeling pretty prepared for this as well, just because of my setup. So I do have my urban homestead. I have just planted my greenhouse. I'm sitting here right now in my greenhouse. So it's all been planted with fresh greens and cold crops. So there's some radishes, spinach, chard, a bunch of mesclun mix in here. So in a few weeks, if the weather holds, let's keep our fingers crossed and it stays nice here, in about 3 weeks or so I should have some fresh greens coming out of here. I've also started some trays of microgreens, and those will be ready really quickly. So we'll have fresh food coming in there. And I still have my chickens and my turkeys, which I can still butcher. I just have a couple turkeys in the backyard that are in a small pen there that I've kept through the winter, just because I didn't have the resources and the time to do it in the fall with the huge transition I was going through then. So somehow that magically just, you know, manifested that I would have to keep the turkeys through the winter, so I still have them. So in a pinch here, if it gets real bad and we're kind of in a lockdown situation, or, you know, a situation where I'm not able to go and purchase groceries, then I still have some food here for myself and my family. My community has really pulled through here. Every time I've been in a tough spot, I've been able to lean on the food bank, or I've been able to put out a request to the community and say, kind of tell my story and say what it is that I need, and somebody's always pulled through for me. So I cannot thank my community enough. I feel super blessed to have this community and to have my circle of people that have been supporting me through this huge time of need. And, you know, my whole thing with permaculture in my business, you know, the whole thing is all about people care, earth care, and fair share. So all of the things that I've been doing over the last 8 years to build up my homestead and build up my business and follow those principles have obviously built up some good karma for me, and, you know, I'm getting it paid back, and I plan to pay it forward as well. So as soon as I have some fresh food that's available, more than I can use, I'll be, you know, trying to allocate those resources to people who need it, people who have helped me in the past, the food bank, etc. So again, just, you know, going back to Grizz, get out of there. Get out. Get out of there. Sorry, my dog was getting into the bed there. No, we can't be doing that. Look at this cute face. Look at this cute face. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my story, just a little tidbit there, but I'm remaining super hopeful, and what I'd like to do from here on out, because my big life purpose and the reason why I run my business is to provide people with the knowledge, the tools, and the skills necessary to be self-sufficient and, you know, follow those umbrellas of earth care, people care, and fair share. And so I want people to take care of the earth. That's a huge thing for me. And I want people to be able to take care of themselves and to take care of their community. So I've been doing courses and workshops and started, you know, a YouTube channel a while ago, but I haven't been super active on it. So I'm going to start making myself more active now, because now is the perfect time to make sure that this knowledge gets out there. Everyone's feeling a little vulnerable, and everybody probably wants to learn how to be a little more self-sufficient, so that if an event like this were to happen again in the future, they'd be a little more prepared for it. And I also want to make sure that people have some resources so that they feel a little less vulnerable and have the capability to do something for themselves right now. Even if you don't have a homestead and you're living in an apartment, I want to make sure that you guys have some skills. So another thing I want to mention too is that I homeschool my kids, and so I'm also going to be sharing some tips on how to homeschool your kids as well, and things that you can do, because as we all know, most of the schools are all shut down as well, and some people are feeling really concerned that their kids are going to fall behind. So we're just going to carry on doing what we're doing, so we don't have to worry about that level of complication. But I'd like to share what we're doing with everybody else. And we're also going to be working on some survivalism skills, bushcraft, wildcrafting, so how to forage for wild foods and stuff as well. So please, please, please like my channel, subscribe to it, share it with anyone who you feel could use this information into the future here. And you know, if you're comfortable making donations, all of that would be greatly appreciated. I can't thank people enough for any contributions that they may be able to make. If not, please, I just want everyone to get this information and have find a little bit of peace in this time of uncertainty, knowing that they have some ability to do something for themselves, and will be able to access the knowledge on how to do that. So please follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. Love y'all. Bye.